What's up, everybody? Update today. We had the collective people get back to me via email. I replied back later this morning. Basically, I was backed up because I didn't know what to send them. They wanted me to send they were wondering if I was going to send a contract or an invoice, and I was wondering the same thing. So I ended up building out a contract here on Figma. Come on. Reach materials. Yeah, so I built this contract in Figma here, or like basic invoice, and sent it to him through hellosign.com. And they said that they're pretty keen on getting back, so hopefully they do. Let me see if I can pull the email up if this thing ever loads. Here it is. Yeah, so I went ahead and won. He said, let's do this late last night. Do I need to sign a contract? I said, great. I just sent over a credit card auth form. Complete that and we'll be all set. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And that's kind of their head of HR. And then this guy here, he's the CTO, and I'll be doing the interview with him, hopefully. So I said I'd schedule a little thread right now to do that. And I sent him a short little note here, and then included, I built this like timeline to kind of showcase so he knows like what to expect. We can start to set some expectations. I'm expecting the timeline to start. We'll do like a 90-minute interview, and then the big work is going to be me creating the content, which is putting it into the website, which we built one, but it's not. We're going to have to rebuild a lot of it probably. Then we're going to send it to them for review and approval, and then I'll go out and promote it. I'll make sure that the content, we don't just share a link, but I'm actually going to be like putting together tweet threads, putting it into multiple subreddits and writing it all out and putting it on Hacker News and stuff like that and having it all written out. So that's going to be key. And then down the road, each month, our goal is to send them like profile metrics so they know how many people are coming to their profile. And then each quarter, the hope is that we can get back together and update their profile so that things are live and then or are up to date. And then we can re-promote the updated profile back to these communities and keep them posted on things. So I built him this little timeline just as something to look nice. And then I also included the interview questions that I had listed a long time ago here, so he knows kind of what to expect. And yeah, now I'm waiting to hear back. So hopefully I'll hear back tomorrow. They just had a busy day today. Greg said, sounds good, thanks, but nothing's been signed. So we don't have anything until it's signed. I woke up this morning, put some leads into here, built some example profiles and scheduled them. They've all been sent out here, so you can see like here's the first email that goes out. There's like 5 more emails that'll go out over the next 2 months to these people until they respond back, and hopefully they respond back with a yes. The goal is to keep doing 5 of those a day. So that's where we are. Oh, we also, I guess this is big news too. This morning I was trying to figure out what to do, and we didn't have our old name is Remote Dev Jobs, and that's not going to fit if we're going down this company profiles aspect. So I kind of listed out all these names here that we could go down, and the one that we ended up picking is aboutus.dev. So we went ahead and basically have it set up now, and I guess the company's name is aboutus.dev, and that's why it says that here and it says that down there. So I picked aboutus.dev. Well, Dylan picked it, but I was really keen on it a while ago. The reason I was so keen on it is because the company name is a domain name, and that way we don't have to depend on Google for SEO as much. Like people will just type in aboutus.dev straight into the URL bar. I learned that from a podcast I heard with Andrew Wilkinson, and he was talking about how Dribble, which is one of the companies that he's bought and doesn't manage, but is part of his portfolio. Dribbble has this resilience even to Google, because people just type in dribbble.com or DIRIBBBLE.com. So the hope here is like I can pick a name that includes the URL, and it's aboutus.dev. And that way people just will type in, go straight to the site, and we can be more resilient to SEO stuff. So now we're aboutus.dev, waiting to hear back from them, and we're going to start to rebuild the site. So luckily Dylan is insane engineer and puts me to absolute shame. So I'm going to design it here in Figma, which is a lot more lightweight and quick, and then he'll go ahead and code it and put it together in the code. So I'll record myself designing it and kind of talking that through. I should be doing that tomorrow at some point. So I think that'll be a fun thing to kind of see, and I'll have it up here, and maybe I'll do a condensed version and put it up on Twitter for the like minute and a half version of the 2.5 hour, 3 hour project that it'll be. It might even be more than that, but I really want to just keep it simple. We have some good stuff already up, or we've already built some good stuff online. So, all right, I gotta go make some dinner. Have a good night.